is John Doyle. The City Island Civic Association and the East Bronx Traffic Coalition, helping to bring about for others. John was the leader in the fight to get redesigned the City Island Bridge. Wow. Woo. Working with fellow community actors, the successful efforts to get UPK on City Island and St. Mary's Star at the Sea pushed for the complete of Belden Point Park.
Oh, dude!
Winners up at the end because I did forget to let them speak. So Jorge and Bibe, I will be calling you back up to say a few words, but for right now we're going to move forward. All right, so please.
You want me to speak?
Yes, I do, of course.
Thank you.
Kissy face.
Yeah, I guess so. I want to thank everybody, and I want to thank Miriam and everybody who put this event together. I've never been here before. It's a beautiful event, and I can see the work, the hard work that so many of you put in, and the frequent emails that I was getting to submit different things that I may or may not have missed a deadline on. So my apologies, but thank you all the same. Just kind of building off a little bit of what Miriam said. I know this is the Neighborhood Impact Award, but to really make an impact in your community and really to reach the potentials you want to reach. Nobody lives in a vacuum, nobody lives in a bubble. And the truth is, any impact I've had is because of the people who have worked with me. And many of those fights were not just me, it was other people standing shoulder to shoulder to make good things happen. So very quickly, I want to thank the City Island Civic Association, the Chamber, the 45th Precinct, the New York Rising Commission, the East Bronx Traffic Coalition, my friends, my family, my roommates, who worry about me when they see me typing an email at 3 a.m. and ask me, what's going on, Chad? Or my friend Annie, who will sometimes text me at that hour and say, or even my one roommate who saw me buried in between the schematics of the bridge and goes, John, are you going to blow up that bridge? that didn't happen.
Later.
I also want to thank the fellow honorees. I know a few of them decently, and again, everybody deserves an award like this because everybody's making an impact, and we have to recognize the good work that everyone's doing because one person can't do it alone. And that kind of brings me to my second point. I was recently interviewed for the segment they're doing. They're doing a segment on neighborhood mayors, I guess. Now, it's kind of fitting because my sister calls me the Leslie Knope of the Bronx, which I don't think is a compliment. But the important thing about the segment that I really took away from it is that there are less people who are really serving in that capacity of a go-to or trying to really advocate, I guess, on a neighborhood-based level. And we kind of went through what the causes were of that. Some people say, due to the advent of the internet and social media, so much of the stuff is readily available, you don't need someone kind of on the streets as much as you used to. You can sign an e-petition. You can encourage all your friends to vote for you, like I did. Thank you all very much. Or, you know, maybe it's gentrification, that people are working harder, making less. They don't have the time to put into this they once did. But, you know, I kind of take a different approach. We don't really teach how to be a good citizen in the school system. That's why I'm so impressed by all the young people over here, because they've got it. They got it a lot earlier than I did. One of them will probably be elected by the point they're my age of 30. We need to teach people, if they have problems, how to address those problems, how to get those problems solved, how to build something together with one another. Because when people don't know how to address their problems, they get angry, they get bitter. And we see too much of that in public life, we see too much of that in our own homes, and when people get bitter, they kind of turn off the positive that they could do in the world. I think that good people don't always know how to get involved, so I want to thank people for this organization. I know I'll definitely be promoting anything you guys have going on, because that's more of what we need to do, and that's more of what we need to change. Because could you imagine, for every community, if there were 5 neighborhood people trying to make an impact, 5 neighborhood mayors, 5 people who were working day in, day out to try to make a better place. In my community, we're fortunate, we have a lot of people who are like that, but that's not always every community. We have to try to build that more, we have to try to encourage that activism, encourage that spirit. I would just say that, you know, we have to partner and try to figure out new ways to examine trends. We get involved in many cases, like my friend Annie over here, because something got us pissed off, or we get angry. And that, listen, anger is sometimes a powerful motivator, but then once we solve whatever ails us, we don't know how to keep getting involved. And we have to kind of try to do what they do with epidemiology, where we examine trends, what afflicts some neighborhoods, and what we can do as people, not in government, but people who are just on the street, who want to see the common good and want to see the best for our neighbors. So, let's start there. Let's be proactive, let's be bold, let's get things done, and I'll just leave you with this because it's a favorite quote of mine. It's in my Facebook profile. As Martin Sheen once said, if you want something to get done, it's done by a fanatic. Thank you all very much.